Today's dungeon guide video, I'm going to be trying out the best Berserker builds for early, mid, and late game. And I'm going to be referring to the video for the newest Berserker build video. And that's where I'm going to get these builds from. But before I get into the gameplay, please consider subscribing, liking, and possibly joining my Discord server, link in the description. But without any further delay, let's get into it. To start off, let's go with early game, which is the adaptive armor. And this is floor 3, and I'm going to stay in floor 3 so the mobs don't get stronger and all of that. So you can get an idea of what it would be like in floor 3. But here we go, instantly. As you can see, I'm just going to use an FOT. Yes, it is kind of maxed out. Here's what the FOT looks like. You probably won't be able to afford this early game, but I don't want to buy two of them. But as you can see, for survivability, I can easily take out this for Lost Adventure without taking too much damage, which is a huge part of being Berserker. You kind of have to be a little bit tanky. For damage, I don't have like the small numbers on, so it would just say like 1 mil or 900k, so it can be kind of difficult. But I would say, I think it's doing roughly 600k or 800k, it really depends. But as you can see, this is also my adaptive armor. It's not fully maxed out. But as you can see, I'm doing floor 3 with a breeze, but I am Catacombs 28, which is kind of high to be doing floor 3. Here we go, mini boss. And just like that is eliminated. I would definitely say, as a Catacombs 28, this is definitely easier, but it's not that realistic because, like I said, if you're doing floor 3, you're most likely not Catacombs 28, and probably don't have this good of a weapon. But survivability, it's also really good. Here's a Shadow Assassin, which is going to be a little bit more challenging. And just like that, I have cleared it. Alright, so I'm queued into a floor 5 just like that, and I'm going to try the Shadow Assassin and Necron. And if you are curious, at the end, if I remember, I'll do adaptive just to see how well I can survive on floor 5 with adaptive. But we're going to see. So this is floor 5, mobs are a lot stronger. Survivability with Shadow Assassin straight off the bat, I pretty much didn't take any hearts. Let's see. 1 mil with a right click with an FOT, which is the ability to clear. That was 1.9, I think. 1.9. So with an FOT, you can definitely survive floor 5 with Shadow Assassin, as you can see. I'm taking like no damage with Shadow Assassin. I did take a few hearts there from, I don't actually know what that was, but I did take a few hearts. Still, with no problem, I'm able to pretty much one-shot everything besides that fell right there. He was healthy though, so I'm going to clear this last room, and then I'm going to switch to Necron. But I would definitely say overall with full Shadow Assassin, you can definitely survive floor 5 really easy. Boss fight wise, you might need a decent tank or healer, or just a decent team overall. But I think, yeah, you can definitely do floor 5. But like I said, I am Catacombs 28. So I'm going to switch to my Necron. Now, with the Tarantula helmet, it isn't maxed out. I could definitely do better with that. And if anything, if I do die, it would probably be because of the helmet. But I should have probably bought a Reaper's Mask, because that would make it so much easier. And if you're planning on doing like frag runs with Necron, I recommend getting a Reaper Mask. And that's with floor 7, of course. You can probably survive that pretty easy if you have a Reaper Mask. Now, in this situation, a Livid Dagger might be better, but I just went with an FOT because of the faster clearing speed, so that's why I went with that. But if you are having a little bit difficult time surviving, you could go with the Livid Dagger, and that might help just a bit for surviving. Livid Dagger would work with both builds, Livid Dagger is just a more expensive FOT, and I would say it is definitely a little bit better, but it overall actually really depends on what you're looking for in a weapon. Now, I'm not gonna lie, overall, you could probably tell. Wait, let's see. I'm gonna test a room with Necron, because I would say with Shadow Assassin I was doing like 2 mil for a regular hit. With Necron, I'm doing roughly 2.5 mil, which is roughly 500k difference in damage. There's 2.9, there's 3, there's almost 4 with the right click ability though. Here, let's see, with the regular punch, 2.6 mil. Alright, before I end this video, I'm gonna try one thing that I know won't go well at all, but I'm just gonna try it. We're gonna try adaptive on floor 5 boss fight. I know it's gonna go horribly, but I'm just gonna try anyway. So here we go. With absolutely no tank, just myself, a baby Yeti, and adaptive. Let's see how long I can survive. I would be surprised if I live longer than 5 seconds, but we're gonna see. And just like that, I'm dead. I would say I lasted maybe 5 seconds, which, you know, I guess if I had like a tank, I would probably be able to survive, but yeah, adaptive might not be the best set for floor 5. But overall, I would say Necron, of course, is the best. That's why it's more expensive. But that's pretty much the main gap between the two, which I already went over that in the previous video of hypixelskyblock. And those are the 3 early, mid, and late game builds, which all of them did fairly well. Of course, in floor 3, floor 5, I didn't even try adaptive because I know it would probably lead to me dying. But Shadow Assassin, Necron, definitely pretty easy to survive in with as a Catacombs 28. It might be different if you are a lower Catacombs level, but overall for me, pretty easy to survive in. Did a decent amount of damage in both of them. Did a little bit more damage in Necron, just a bit, maybe 200k. But survivability overall in Necron was better than Shadow Assassin. But Shadow Assassin did keep up fairly well. But anyway, if you enjoyed, like I said, please consider subscribing. I appreciate it a lot, and I'll see you guys later.